Listen Up Live Radio at gmail.com. Submit your music and we will play it. We got a special edition of Bitter Rivals Radio. We got my man Premier NOAGA in the building. Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah.
All right, that's a 10-4. Let me get some viewers in on this real quick. We're going to be talking about Afro beats. We're going to be talking about his incredible journey to the States. What he got going on in the future. We're going to talk basketball. We're going to talk sports. It's yours truly, JP Extraordinaire, a.k.a. Outspoken. Listen up.
L'auto lade, l'auto teste, la kenga, nasa tenga, la kati nafye, la kati tonye, la biena me, la biuda dro, la konye ne bien, karma me, la saksa tuma, la konle nafye.
Y'all know nothing about this shit right here, man. Afro beats.
Yeah.
Premier NOAGA.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody watching us right now. Listen Up Live Radio.
Donda mime, the next somebody, I stop na chebe, mikwa, donda mime, the boom kamanye, tarar kataye, la wenda, talame, leve sige, wenda, talame, tisigwa venge.
Nini, what up? Listen up, man. Listen Up Live Radio at gmail.com. You're now listening to Bitter Rivals Radio. We got Premier NOAGA in the building, man.
Yeah.
What's the name of this song, man?
This title is Avec Toi, right? And this is the latest single where I had shot the video back in Africa before I came with Shamar Empire. And
Hold on, pause that for a minute. Before you even get into it, just pause. Okay, before we get into it, man, real quick, man. Ariel, what's up, man? We got bros will be through in a minute, man. We just getting started with the show a little bit, man. But we got Premier NOAGA in the building, man. And first of all, before you play the song, because you was trying to explain like how did it come about, right?
yes, sir.
Talk about it. Like talk about what about that single and that song before you actually play it.
Okay, yeah. This is the single is Avec Toi, right? And it's a love song, love story, right? And with the video that we shot with Shamar Empire was to show bring out how the African marriage thing starts. How you go from meeting the girl to meeting her family,
right? And
asking her hands to her family actually to get married, and that's what we showcased on the video.
And real quick, what language are you singing and rapping?
Yeah, in that song, right? I got 4 different languages. My native language, which is More, and I put Dioula in it, which is the language of most Western Africa, and French and English.
Okay, y'all heard it. 4 different languages, man. We about to jump into Afro beats. Premier NOAGA. We playing this music. We gonna talk to him in a few minutes. But go ahead and rock out with the joint.
Que je veux, c'est être avec toi, faire toute ma vie, baby, rien qu'avec toi. La maman Maïmouna t'a canazoué, depuis que je t'ai connu, baby, ma vie a changé. Mes amis, mes habitudes, je t'ai dit, tout a changé. Tout ce que je fais, c'est te plaire, tout ce que je fais, c'est du sérieux. Vraie femme africaine, ton amour résiste aux flammes. Traverser des hauts et des bas, il reste la même. Non, je ne peux pas te perdre. Je veux que tu sois la mienne. Sache que tout ce que je veux, c'est être avec toi. Faire toute ma vie, baby, rien qu'avec toi. Tout ce que je veux, c'est être avec toi. Faire toute ma vie, baby, rien qu'avec toi.
Listen Up Live Radio. Bitter Rivals Radio.
You heal my pain, come and take my love away. Girl, when I'm with you, baby, j'oublie tout. Rien que pour ça, je vais cala cala, je vais bara bara. Et je reviendrai de yala yala. Laisse les jaloux, la bla 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 bla. On n'a pas temps pour les kuma kuma. Je vais cala cala, je vais bara bara. Et je reviendrai de yala yala. Laisse les jaloux, la bla 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 bla. On n'a pas temps pour les kuma kuma.
Yeah, shout out to everybody from Burkina Faso watching us right now. Y'all know that's where I represent, from West Africa, Burkina Faso.
That's a fact, man. We got West Africa in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's been a long journey, and you know I always come back to Savannah, right?
That's right.
I love this city. I kind of grew up here.
Hey, before you keep going, right? Go on Port to Port Music Group and share the joint, start a watch party so all your people, so we can get all your people chimed in. In the meantime, man, y'all please like, share, and subscribe to Port Music Group everywhere. That's PORT, the number 2, PORT Music Group, and you'll be able to stream all of this dope content, all of these podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We want y'all to tune in, and we want y'all to chime in. We got Premier NOAGA in the building. We also hopefully, as yours truly, JPS Extraordinaire, aka Outspoken. Hopefully we'll have Mr. Irrelevant in the building soon. You know what I mean? And like I said, we talking sports, we talking music, you know what I'm saying? We talking West Africa, you know what I mean? This dope content, all of these podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere.
Oh, it's playing on your joint?
Yeah. You can just turn it down. Hopefully we'll have Mr. Irrelevant. Yeah, man, so before we get into your story, because I wanted to kind of give it a chance to see if Bros was going to slide. Yeah. But just to get a piece of your story, man, and know what's going on, or get your opinion on things, right? Yes, so take us back, you know what I'm saying, to the beginning. First of all, let me ask this question. Yeah. When it comes to West Africa and the states, right, and the cultures and stuff like that, I want you to let the people know about what you feel like us as black people missing, and we do you think that we need to take trips, you know, to Africa to kind of study and explore our heritage, and why is that so important?
Definitely, I think it's, you know, when I first came out, you know, it was kind of trying to find a balance, right? Between me, I came here at 21, right? Between me being a young black person growing in Africa, right, and when I meet black people over here, it's like we're the same people, but we are different, divided by the culture, right? You know, because the people here, you have your culture, but people definitely, the difference is we grew up doing hip hop, trying to fight against, you know, the politics and what was wrong, and that's how we were looking up to the old school hip hop generation. So our music was more about that.
Well, how much of an influence in your childhood did hip hop have on you, and like who were some of the earlier artists that growing up as a kid that you used to be into?
Man, listen, like Tupac, Public Enemy, you know, Wu-Tang Clan was huge when they came in Africa back then. Naughty by Nature.
That's my hometown.
Yeah.
I grew up in the same neighborhood as them in New Jersey.
Yeah. Naughty by Nature, and much more. We you know, the West Coast, NWA and stuff. But it was hard for us, right? You remember back in the days it was tapes,
right?
You know, so in a year period, we can have only one. You know, some of the people who send their kids here to study are people who are kind of wealthy and stuff, right?
Right.
So you can have one student who comes back from the States, from New York, with tapes. And he's the one who's going to spread everything. Like, we're going to go and record the tapes, listen to this music.
Right.
And then it was only one hip hop show, and that show was aired out from Central Africa.
Right.
And every Friday, he had a hip hop show for 2 hours. So we had to get on the radio to listen to the latest stuff, and that's how we used to get connected. And then sometimes we had access to some magazines, XXL magazines. Sometimes once in a while somebody comes with it, and that's how we used to get into the culture.
Right. That's dope. So so you knew early on that, you know, like music was going to be your thing, or, you know, because I want to get into, and we're going to get into the whole scholarship thing, but I'm trying to wait on my partner, because he's going to be real interested in the sports part of this, you know, the sports part of this conversation. But when was the moment when you said, you know what, I'm going to pursue this music thing full time, I think I got what it takes to do it, and what inspired you to do that?
That was here in Savannah. You know, because before I was really, basketball was the first thing,
right?
Because it opened doors for me for, you know, scholarship back home and stuff. But the music industry in my country doesn't really exist. That's what we are building right now, my generation. And when I went back home, the 7 past years, I've been, you know, on and off. So hold
on 1 second. Hey, he just arrived, Mr. Irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? I saved the sports part of the conversation for when you got here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just kind of been talking about Africa. There go the paper right there. You can write down while he's talking or whatever.
All right.
Yeah, but back to what you were saying. Yeah. So, you know,
so the music really is, when I came here, I was at Savannah Tech. You know what I'm saying? And kind of started, when I first came, I set up my own home studio. I came with my Fruity Loops 3 CD from back home.
Right.
So I started making my own beats, and I was coming at the Jinx.
Right.
I think, every Tuesday night they had open freestyles, right? So I'll go on there, and when I came here, I wasn't speaking English. I had to take English classes at Savannah Tech for 1 year.
Right.
I was just speaking French.
So you learned English that quick?
Yeah. But here, since...
Let me ask you a question. Being that you speak 4 languages, and we don't jump back into the question, how hard is it to learn how to speak all of these different languages, and which one was the hardest for you?
I mean, the hardest, I would say, you know, was English, but it wasn't that hard, because really language comes automatically. Like my African languages, that's dialects that I speak from home and school. French, I had to learn it since day one in school, but English, I had to learn it when I was like 21, when I came here.
Right.
And I was going to school straight English for a year.
Right.
And, you know, that's got me to speaking English, writing, and stuff.
So back to the story about...
So back to the story, right? So I was going out the Jinx. So when I jump on stage, I'm freestyling in French and African. You know, and Steven... shout out to Steve. You know, Steve was like, you know, where you come from, blah blah blah. So they invited me to keep on coming every Tuesday. So I was doing it, right? And then Lady Mahogany, who was on the radio and night, she used to go to Savannah Tech.
Right.
So I used to bump into her, and I did a
shout out Lady Mahogany.
Yeah, shout out Mahogany, and seeing her in a minute, right? So I had a group with a friend from Burkina Faso.
Right.
And we did the first EP. We went to Atlanta and we did 5 songs. When we came, we had a song called African Queen. And Mahogany loved it. And, you know, it kind of gave me more power. And we were going to the Savannah State Radio. Steven used to be there every Saturday.
Right.
We had an African show. So we started getting on the radio. Then it got us to Atlanta, Pan-African All-Star radios and stuff. And then after that, the group kind of, you know, faded away.
May, what up? Yeah.
So I recorded my next single titled Dance. And E94 had a local artist show.
Right.
Sundays. So I dropped the song, and Chase called me. Like, yo, Premier, I heard your single. I like it. We gonna bam, bam. And that's kind of when I really realized that, okay, I need to really...
Right. So for people that don't know, can you explain the type of music that you do mostly anyway is Afro beats, right?
Yes.
Explain to the people what Afro beats is.
Afrobeat is this is the new generation of music that the African youth is trying to put out. It came from Nigeria and Ivory Coast, really, but it's not new. It's just a mix of hip hop and the old African music that we grew up listening to.
Right.
So with the age, people kind of blended it together, and that's what is popping right now in Africa, in London, in Paris. London and Paris got the big African diasporas. You know what I'm saying? After the United States, after America, Europe got the diaspora. And now they started listening to African music, and the Afrobeat is now the new thing, really.
Right. So but before we continue the conversation, let us hear another track. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just so what, y'all got to understand, man, Afro beats, born in Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? This music for us, our music, you know what I'm saying? Premier NOAGA in the building holding it down. You know what I'm saying? We're going to jump into his record, and then we're going, you know what I'm saying, get back into this conversation. Bitter Rivals Radio, you know what I mean? Y'all listen up, man. See who we got.
Yeah.
Shout out, wifey. Afro Beats, Premier NOAGA.
What she's mine. Let me get a dance with you. Oh, baby, let's dance. I wanna see you dance, dropping it up and down, up on the dance floor. I wanna see you dance. I wanna see you dance, working it on the floor, up on the dance floor. Baby girl, let's go. Oh, I wanna see. Cause I just want to feel it. Hope you like how we move it. You know you like to do it, so just come on and drop it. I like the way you do it, just drop it all night. You know you got that booty, so just come on and move it. And move it all night. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Up and down all.
Okay, tenfold.
Yeah.
Hey, what was the name of that joint?
Dance. I want to see you dance.
I want to see you dance.
Yeah.
Is that the first English song that you wrote?
Yes.
That's dope. Was it hard writing it? Was it hard writing the track in
Not too much, you know what I'm saying? Cause I love writing, you know, and that's what I do, you know. And right now I even went back to college, you know, so I can perfect my skills.
Cola, what up? I see you. Hey, so for all y'all that just tuning in, man, we got Premier NOAGA in the building. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Afro beats, talking about his music. We about to talk about his journey in sports. You know what I'm saying? And his journey in sports and how that brought him, you know, to the country. We waiting on Mr. Irrelevant to get back for that. But we talking about his music. Real quick, let people know how to find you on social media?
Yeah, on social media, you can find me on YouTube. You know, just type Premier NOAGA, PREMIERNOAGA. And
That's right.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook.
And also, you know, me and him was talking about this off camera, but if y'all want to collaborate, you know, he got artists in Africa, you know what I'm saying, that's looking to collaborate with artists from here, you know, to create a whole new vibe and a whole new movement with the music, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all want to do that, if anybody interested, you can hit me up at Port to Port Music Group, or you can hit him up on his social media that he just explained, you know, and we can do that. We want to get together. We want to
Exactly.
Appreciate it. We want to bring people together. We want to work together, good vibes, make good music, English, Africa, and all that other stuff. So did you travel to other places besides, you know, here in Africa? Because where did you get the other two languages from? You got your native tongue.
Yes, and that's, you know the funny thing about Africa is, like, in one country, you have my country got 65 different languages.
Mm-hmm. You can move right here. Okay. Yeah, so he could get. You come. You can come in. We got Mr. Irrelevant back in the building. I've been telling him all night. We've been waiting on you before we got to the sports. Before we got to the sports portion of this. Let them know what it is, brother.
Yo. You can hear me? I'm good?
Yeah, you good.
Yo, this is Mr. Irrelevant in the house. So, we'll go ahead and let the interview continue. But after that, we'll get into some of these topics. You know, we had a big day today as far as deal day, free agency. Who got their long-term deals? Who had to be forced to sign the franchise tag, which we already know who was forced to sign the franchise tag. And we'll talk about a few other things going on as far as this NBA bubble, and we'll be talking Rajon Rondo injury.
Okay, so back to what we was talking about, right? Yeah. And for anybody that's just tuning in, we got Premier NOAGA in the building. You know what I'm saying? He does music straight out of West Africa. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down from the motherland. You know what I mean? And letting us know what's going on and how you feel about the beats. Now talk about the process of you playing basketball and how that brought you to the States.
Yes, you know, like basketball was my first, the sports that I really loved growing up. You know, in Africa, a lot of people play soccer. I went into basketball in high school, and when I graduated from high school, I went to, I got admitted to a polytechnic university, and I found my coach. My old coach, right, from growing up, was hired as the coach at the university. Right. So he was like, you know, we are making the team. We need you in the team. So they gave me a scholarship, and before the university I went to, there wasn't winning, like, no championship or whatever. So the year that I got in, I was lucky to meet one of my homeboys as well, who was in the team, and we really definitely took up the team, and the next 2 years we won the championships, you know. And when I graduated,
this was in Africa.
Yeah, this was in Africa. 2000, from 2001 to 2003. Right. Then when we graduated in 2003, the next year was supposed to be the first West African University Games. You know, so we got called back in by the college team to prep for 6 months and go to the West African Games, and we won the third title. We won we won the third medal, you know. And then after that, 2005 is when I applied to come to the States, to pursue my education and, you know, hopefully go into a basketball career, you know. So that's what brought me to Savannah. Right. So I came to Savannah, you know, and I wasn't aware of the whole system of how, to me, but like back home, see, it's not that challenging. Basketball is not that challenging as here, and it's not, you know, a lot of money into it. So when I came, I didn't know about first division university, second division, and then that NBA was drafting from second division. So I came to Savannah, and I found out that Armstrong was a D2. Right. You know, and the only D1 basketball in Georgia, I think, was Clayton University. And I don't think at the time Georgia Southern States they were D2 as well.
Right.
So, it kind of discouraged me because and I was a point guard. Usually point guards don't really, from overseas, it's hard for you to get in.
Right.
Yeah, they usually draft tall, big guys from Africa, like Mutombo Dikembe, Hakeem Olajuwon. Back in the days, had better chances because of the height.
Right.
So, at the end, for me to be able to continue, I had to have enough money to get admitted in a D1 university.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To get a chance to pursue it like a real career.
So you actually played here though.
Yeah.
You played here at Armstrong.
Yeah, not for too long because it wasn't
working out.
It was not that it wasn't my vision because I was trying to.
You wanted to be at one of the big universities so that you could get a chance, hopefully get a chance to be seen in the NBA.
Exactly.
You think you had that potential?
I had that potential back then. I was because I was getting like average 23, 25 points in Africa.
Right.
A game. When I came, I was doing good, but at the same time, I knew I was a point guard. You know what I'm saying? I knew my chances but I still wanted to give myself the big, a good opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. So that's when you said, hey, I'm done with this and I'm jumping into music, or what was the plan after that?
Yes, after that, because I was doing both. I was still into music, but basketball was first.
Right.
So after that, I was, I just need to continue with my music and see what goes on down the road.
That's a 10-4. For anybody that's watching, we got Premier NOAGA in the building. Came here from West Africa to pursue his basketball career. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't quite work out the way he wanted it to, but we still out here. We doing music. We making shit happen. We want to make some collabs happen and shit. Tell me something. You watch basketball now?
Not like before. I haven't been.
Well, what team you like?
Man, I used to be with Boston.
Boston?
Boston.
Yeah.
LA, Lakers. And at some point, I was with my boy, Tony Parker.
So you ain't had no one set team. You just like.
Spurs. Yeah. See, I used to like Boston. I used to like Kevin Garnett. And
the Paul Pierce Ray Allen team.
Right.
Yeah, Ray Allen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3 points,
I'm just saying now, you know how Boston's supposed to be feel about melanated men, right? I'm just saying, you understand how it's rumored that, major parts of Boston is like the Jim Crow of the North, so you understand, if you went up there to see a game, you might find yourself in some trouble.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know, man. So,
they say that. They do say that about Boston.
So I'm just saying.
So let me ask you another question. In Africa, right? Mm-hmm. Back then, because we know that it's popping right now, mm-hmm. but back then, was basketball as popular as it is now? In the state, like people actually spectating and watching it.
I would say now there's less law for basketball than back. Now the kids are more into soccer because the soccer players make a lot more money.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But back in the days, Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Rodman, when Kobe came first in the end, man, in my country, everybody was really into basketball and hip hop.
Right.
Because see, we used to love watching the United States. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all got LeBron. They don't love LeBron like they used to love Mike.
Yes, but the new generation is not into basketball. Like when I went back home, I didn't see. I went to watch a few games. Like, no, they don't love it.
All right, that's another win for Mike, another loss for LeBron. Keep trying to tell y'all, Mike the GOAT, stop playing.
Yeah, Mike, the one who made basketball international.
Yeah. I'm talking everybody had to have a jersey. Mike was like, Mike and Tupac, was
shit. Two goats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another win for Bob.
The 23. Everywhere. I'm talking about the jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, shout out to Premier NOAGA, man. Hey, you want to play one more record before we jump into because we're gonna be talking about these sports topics. You can hang out if you want to.
Yeah.
Chime in when you feel like it, or you can just you can just chill or whatever. But we're gonna get into some of these sports topics. We're gonna talk about my daughter calling me. She got to hold on.
Hey, I got this track, right? This is Dirty South, because I was
Premier NOAGA, what's the name of this? All you do. All you do.
Yeah. Oh, this song's not about getting money.
This one's in English?
Yeah.
Straight out of down south.
All we do is get it. Every day we get it.
Premier with the trap music, nigga.
That's that motherland trap music.
Yeah.
All we do is get it. Every day we get it. And no time for wasting. Make it feel good. Get it, hope you know, hustle every day, till the day we go, ain't got no time to be wasting, when I'm on the clock, I got to keep on moving, never broke, so proud we went low, go back to the bank, get some new rolls, we got to keep the cash flow, living lavish, now we got money to blow, drive clean, yes I'm cruising in, type of whip that these niggas never seen. I'm so far away like my whole crew, and this is my time to reign, but I'm not king, I'm watching, yeah we stun things, so fresh and clean with a gold chain, these brothers still falling, we make the money now, we choosing, all we do is get it, every day we get it, and no time for wasting, can it is the day we go, all we do is get it, every day we get it, and no time for wasting, make it is the day we go, pulling out the paper to take off, through 85 going circle, money no matter where we start, everybody showing love where we going, zone 6, zone 5, zones 1, 2, 3, and 4, say where I'm at in the thing now, everybody in the club, I've been too tight, fucked up, smoked up, white boy, wasted, beat up, we do it like a no tomorrow, turn it on and go and get more tomorrow, they're watching, yeah we start things, so fresh and clean we the DJ, these haters didn't hurt them, but we make the money now, yeah we working, all we do is get it, every day we get it, and no time for wasting, yeah this is the day we go, all we do is get it, every day we get it, and no time for wasting, make it the day we go.
Dope quiz you ever heard.
Bitter Rivals Radio, listen up live radio at gmail.com. Submit your music and we will play it, man. But right now, we got Premier NOAGA in the building. If y'all ain't heard his story, you know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't heard his story, came here, pursuing a basketball career, end up getting into the music. Well, always been into the music, but put music first, you know what I'm saying? So now we making music, Afro beats, you know what I'm saying? That's that shit born in Nigeria, West African music, motherland music. Y'all listen, you know what I'm saying? Follow my mans at
Premier NOAGA
right.
On YouTube, Premier NOAGA on Instagram, Premier NOAGA on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everywhere, Premier NOAGA. Spell that for him one time.
PREMIER space NOAGA.
Okay, tenfold. So now to the matters at hand, man. Let's get into these sports, man. been a lot of deals made, you know what I'm saying, in the football season, man. A lot of big deals going on. That tag is final. He got a franchise tag deal, and it's worth 31, right?
31.4 million.
31.4 million. Myles Garrett got a 5-year, $125 million deal. After Cook Buddy over the head.
That's right. Y'all try to hate on that young man getting that money.
He still got his money. Shout out to Myles Garrett.
Yeah, I think he 80 guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a fact, boy.
It's good money, man.
Chris Jones got a 4-year, $82 million deal. Yeah. Derrick Henry got a 4-year. What does it say? $50 million deal?
Yeah, he got 4-year, $50 million deal. 25.5 is guaranteed, which that's the reason why I think out of everybody, I think he got one of probably the worst deal out of every single person who got the extension today. And I speak on that on the standpoint is because the turnaround that organization and that team made was on the back of that young man. As far as him, I think he led the NFL in rushing last year with like 1,300. He just beat out Nick Chubb from the Cleveland Browns. And then Ryan Tannehill, he gets, I think, $100+ million and $66 million guaranteed, which he did nothing but went for the ride. He won a playoff game by completing like 6 or 7 passes. But he gets the $100+ million. The structure of that team is built around Derrick Henry. It's built off of him. It's built on him getting the lead and then sustaining the lead by running out the clock and punishing defenses. So with him getting not even close to what I think Zeke got, and his guarantees is so low, which is he's guaranteed 25.5. His annual salary will be 12.5, so that means yearly he'd be looking at $12.5 million per season, which I understand that the young man wants.
And he's not going to get that. He's probably going to get like
he's probably
8,
not going to get that.
9.
Yeah,
depending on incentives and all that other shit.
And then they never announced what he got at signing. See, there's a difference in your guarantee money. You get a certain amount of guarantees. The second you put your name on the contract, you getting deposited multi-millions of dollars in your bank account instantly. You get what I'm saying? And then the rest of the guarantees come later on as the contract get prorated and all that.
So he got 25.5 up front?
No, that's what he's going to get guaranteed. They didn't announce. So if his guarantees is 25.5, that means he's going to possibly see in his bank account right now, like, I don't know, maybe 15 of it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And the way how that team is built and relies on his back, I think that was a bad deal.
I think it was a bad deal too, but just playing devil's advocate, history showed that you can win a Super Bowl without a beast running back. I think that's why the value of them is so low, because they, a lot of times they carry you, but I don't see, outside of maybe Emmitt Smith, and even with that team, he had a beast O-line. Running backs don't take you to the promised land. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but this is where I have to offset you at. You said, okay, you get teams that can win without a good running back, without a great running back,
without a great running back, but a good running game.
But good running game. But this is where, like I said, I got to offset you and I got to pull off. Usually those teams that you name, like the Patriots, like say who else? The Broncos. All those teams that win with good running games but no great running backs has what? A good veteran quarterback.
Right.
As I look at Tennessee, do they even have one on that roster?
They don't.
So my point is like this right here. With you having a quarterback that, because he said at the end of the day, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, those quarterbacks can make crucial throws and crucial plays down the stretch of any playoff game or a Super Bowl game. What the hell has Ryan Tannehill done to deserve this money, and when have he made any fucking play?
That's a fact.
See what I'm saying? So the way how this team is structured, because just like he took that beating last year to get this contract, you know what they're going to do? Turn right around to do this year? Get this boy about 350 carries. You know what's going to end up happening? They're going to rely on him so much till his body is going to be battered and beaten within 2-3 years of this contract. Right. So he probably won't even be. It's a 4-year deal. He probably won't be on the Tennessee Titans team. He might only be on there another 2 seasons. He might not see even 3 seasons into this contract, and they know that. You see what I'm saying? So that's when I feel like when the running backs come up for their deal, you max it out. You get every single dime, because just like you said, they feel like there's always another young running back I could get for cheap coming throughout the college system that's going into the draft. So when you're a running back, you get as much money as you can up front, and you get as big as a contract as you get up front. Like Zeke contract is fat up front, then Zeke contract die down in the back end. If the Cowboys want to within the next 2 years to 3 years, they can get up under Zeke contract. These running backs are allowing these people to say, well, your position is devalued, but then as soon as the whistle blow, we want to pound you and run your ass into the ground. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't have it great one way and then try to downplay the position this way. That's the reason why they fronting on giving Dak his money, because they're talking about, oh, it's about Zeke, it's about Zeke. Well, if it's about Zeke and it's about Derrick Henry, then why is the running back position being devalued so much? Because I don't see many young, great quarterbacks. I mean, outside of Pat Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson is coming up the ranks. The Jets, y'all quarterback, ain't looking like shit. The Miami Dolphins is moving off another one to Josh Rosen. We got to wait on Kyler Murray, which he got potential. There's a lot of garbage young quarterbacks. Marcus Mariota just got demoted. Jameis Winston is on a bench. So what I'm saying is all these overall number 1 picks, these number 2 picks that's coming up out of the draft is hit or miss. But these young running backs is asked to right into the rookie season. These young running backs has got to get it
right
off the rip. But these young quarterbacks, we could give them time. We got to allow them to develop. We got to sit them behind a veteran.
If you're a running back, what kind of deal you taking?
I want Zeke money. The only good thing about this deal, I can say, is it's only 4 years. So he could be renegotiating after 3. So if he can hold up, he can get another bite at the apple, at least another decent contract. It won't be big, but he could get one more decent one before his career is over with. That's the only thing I see positive about this contract. But I hate how you want to have it this way, but then when it's time to sign these running backs, you want to shit on them. Just like you want to have it one way with Dak Prescott. You get what I'm saying? He didn't even get his deal today. Can you believe that Ryan Tannehill got a deal? Kirk Cousins just got another 2 years after signing an equivalent NBA contract where he got 3 years, $84 million, 28 per season, fully guaranteed.
But something was said about him refusing because of something about TV money, because of the.
See what it is. He won 4 years, like we had the discussion before. Quarterbacks, see, Pat Mahomes just did something different, which, hey, it's good for both sides, so I can't really knock his contract. But what I'm trying to tell you is that what they're trying to do now is these quarterbacks won 4-year deals. You know what I mean? I play for you 3 years. That 4th year, we renegotiating the terms. We sitting down and guess what? You need to run me another big bag. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead of burning me out, then by the time I go into negotiations for my next contract, I'm old. I'm over 31 years old. I'm 32. I don't have much left in my career. My arm ain't the same. Then you want to lowball me. What these young quarterbacks is learning, same thing LeBron did in the NBA. Let's take shorter years and let's keep biting this apple. Let's force this team to turn around and keep having to bring me the bag.
That's right.
So Dak won 4 years. The Dallas Cowboys won 5 years. You get what I'm saying? So what they want to do is, if they keep him on this team, they could then try to lowball him, because he'll be 5 more years into his career. You feel what I'm saying? It's chess, it's not checkers.
Right.
And that's the reason why I think Dak did good by bucking that BS contract, and he's going to get his 31.4, which is the most money he's made in his entire career. And then he also get another opportunity at whacking them across the head again next season for the next franchise tag, if he don't get a long term then.
That's a fact. So AJ Green still ain't got a deal. Is that a problem? Is that a big deal?
Yeah, no. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but the reason I say yes is a big deal, because when AJ Green is on the field, he's one of the premier wide receivers in the NFL. But he's been injury prone throughout his career, so I can understand on franchise tagging him and saying, hey, let's see what type of production I could get out of you from here going forward, because before we lock in this long-term deal, we got to make sure that you'll be able to at least be on the field to give us some production for the contract. I think he's getting traded. I don't even see him making.
I take him.
We want him in Green Bay.
Nah, I take him. The
Jets, y'all need a whole roster.
That's all we need.
Y'all need more than what you mean? That's all y'all need is a wide receiver.
We need a wide receiver. And
y'all horrible.
No, we're not horrible, man. We got horrible coaching. Our system is horrible. But
everything.
We just need a big play receiver. That's it. On offense,
y'all trying to y'all sign LaDavian Bell to a big contract and then try to get rid of him the same. Who does that? That is the dumbest ish ever. Y'all terrible. Your young quarterback, he hit or miss. Ain't it was last year? He's sitting on the sideline talking about, I don't know what's going on out there. I'm seeing ghosts. What NFL quarterback sits there and get caught mic'd up on TV saying that?
Yeah, that was stupid.
What quarterback does that? This is the quarterback
but it's the truth.
Of the Jets sitting on the sideline, and Bill Belichick is chastising his young ass, and he's sitting there, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just seeing ghosts out there.
But so what you? I'm saying, I know you ain't supposed to say that, but in one instance, you want somebody to be quiet. Like when if he would have said, he said, hey, I fucked up. I saw a ghost. Something was wrong. You feel me?
Man. That man said, I'm saying ghosts out there.
He took responsibility.
Bruh,
Maybe he did see ghosts.
That man went into Sixth Sense. He was like, I'm with Bruce Willis and I'm seeing dead people all around this motherfucker. Bro, you cannot say that shit. It's like this. That's like, you ever seen a guy in the corner in an MMA fight look over across the ring and say, man, he kicking my ass. I just can't beat him, y'all. I just can't beat him. No. You go out there and you keep getting your ass whooped.
Somebody just did that in MMA. You know that, right? A dude, not this weekend, last weekend's MMA UFC 251, dude straight gave up. He's like, fuck that shit.
Okay, then I
forgot his name.
But see, guess what though?
Hold on, I gotta go ahead. Go ahead, keep talking.
But see, guess what though? This is the problem I have with that though. In MMA, if I give up on me. You the head quarterback in the face of a franchise of not only just any team, you a New York-based team. So you like the media capital of the world, and you the face of this franchise. So when you giving up, and you literally saying, this man is mud stomping me in the middle of the club, you can't do that shit. You got 52 or 53 other guys who dressed up with you this week. Them boys practice hard, they worked hard, they went and hit them weights, they getting their body beat up, and now here it is, you gonna sit there and basically give up on the team and a roster with all these damn guys? You can't do that. That's the thing about the NFL. It's the ultimate team sport. You can't be in the ultimate team sport and be giving up. You got to go out there and fall on your own sword if you have to. Yes, but that's the problem I have with them. You got these defensive linemen, these offensive linemen. These niggas is going to war and they banging. They going hard. And here it is. You the face of the franchise and you on the sideline calling uncle. Like, we can't do that shit. That's cap. That's cap. So anyway, the Jets is horrible. Again, like always. I know I'm always getting on my brother about his team, but I don't even understand how he do it. And he a pain freak because I'd have been through that damn jersey away.
That's a fact. Keep going, bro.
Well, anyway, like I said, I really think the big winners of today's contract was Myles Garrett. And the reason I like what Myles Garrett got was his 5-year, $125 million deal, which make him the highest defensive player in the NFL. And it also shows you, I think I had a debate with a young man one time. He tried to tell me the offensive lineman was the second most important part of... No, the second most important position in all of football besides the quarterback is the defensive lineman. It's the quarterback number one and the man you want to hit the damn quarterback. When you're in a passing league, when you're in a league where teams are now throwing the ball 60 to 65% of the time, you need somebody to go and get that guy. All the rules is there to help the quarterback succeed, whether it's hitting them high, hitting them low, defensive to wide receiver, holding, pass interference 80 yards down the field. With the quarterbacks having all the advantages that they have, you need a man to hit the quarterback. So that's the reason why you see the defensive linemen, defensive ends is getting paid more money than any other position outside the quarterback position, and soon they may be able to begin to rival the quarterback position because of the standpoint. It's more and more important nowadays to get the guy that hits the quarterback. I need somebody to hit Pat Mahomes. I need somebody to chase down Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, Drew Brees, not that guy up at 12 and up in Green Bay. We don't need nobody hitting him. But I'm talking about Garoppolo. We need the guy that's going to hit that guy. That's the reason why big ups to Myles Garrett, 5 years, 125, and they all tried to shame this young man last year with all that old bullshit, all that capping. Oh, he almost killed him. He hit him with a helmet. He almost died. He almost killed him. Nah, fuck that. That man still got his goddamn money. So all that hating shit y'all was trying to do, and you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the melanated men that play on the other side of the fence that wasn't rocking with this young man. Y'all threw him out there to the Sharks, and I'm talking about them non-melanated men. You know exactly who y'all was hating on this man, trying to get him banned. First of all, the quarterback, what his name is, the Randolph,
right,
for the Steelers, tried to yank his helmet off first. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, you know that bring me to another thing to change the subject and switch gears a little bit. Deshaun Jackson, right? What's pissing me off about the backlash that he getting about this shit?
They taking away from Black Lives Matter.
Like, come on, cuz. Like, that's that bullshit. And when Riley Cooper blatantly
nigga,
the man got a new contract,
an extension,
the same year. No, it wasn't no letters from the league. It wasn't no letters from the team denouncing what he did, saying that they was gonna punish him. A whole statement came out.
You know what played into that? And I'm gonna get back to that too. You know what played into that?
What's that?
It's two black men that was on that team that spoke out against Colin Kaepernick. You want to know who their names was?
Who was they?
Michael Vick with that hair bullshit. I'm trying to forgive him for it, but he's still on the coon list. And LaShawn Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson?
Oh, Deshaun Jackson, the running back. That's his name, right?
Right.
Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson, the running back. Number 25.
Right.
Shady.
Shady.
LaShawn McCoy.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, he spoke out against Colin Kaepernick. Played him.
Right.
So guess who spoke up in that locker room for Riley? Guess who stood up for him when the locker room was split and they didn't know what to do with him? Guess who spoke up for him? Name the two players who came to his aid.
The same two?
Michael Vick and LaShawn McCoy.
Right.
And you see how this bullshit happened?
Mm-hmm.
When these white men, these non-melanated men, say something about us or say something racist, derogatory, or even use the N-word, they always have this token nigga pops up out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? Michael Vick came to his rescue. LaShawn McCoy came to his rescue. But they both bombed on Colin Kaepernick. And then you had the owner, McNair, who just passed, called players prisoners, said the prisoners can't run the prison, or they can't run the asylum, some shit like that.
I thought that was Tennessee's.
No, that was
Philadelphia?
No, that was Houston Texans. Guess who came out? The token nigga. What is Tony Dungy? Mm-hmm. Every time somebody white say something, they always got these token niggas that's gonna shine and take the bullet like they fucking Secret Service. But soon as LaShawn McCoy says something, we need him. We need somebody to step up and take the bullet for him. Where is all the activism?
Jackson, you mean?
I mean Deshaun Jackson. I got all these Seans mixed up. There's so many damn Seans. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is they basically got this boy here talking about if you don't put some money behind the Jewish community, which we know they banked, he might get cut from the team. Mm-hmm. And he got to take these classes, and then Julian Edelman, old suck ass, come with me to the Holocaust Museum, and then I'll go with you. Come on, bruh. All this, and see, that's the reason what makes social media so dangerous. That one post took all this boy hard work he been doing for Black Lives Matter, all the good stuff, all the good positive things he was trying to do in the community, and he turned him into a pariah in 1 second.
That's a fact. They did the same thing with Nick Cannon. But this is a sports show, so, you know.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck. We ain't owned by nobody.
Yeah, but they did the same thing to Nick Cannon for speaking out, talking about trying to put into context what Deshaun Jackson was saying. And what you got to think about is the reason so much is coming down because Jews own most of music, media, sports. You know what I'm saying? That it's kind of their world from a money perspective. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the good things though about today in the internet and the digital era is you can create, like we doing, our own platform. When and if we get big enough, you know, we probably will face backlash for some of the shit we say, but fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Cross the bridge when we get there.
And shout out to Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying? Because they tried to make that boy apologize, and he told him to kiss his ass. You know what I mean? And he gonna continue to do what he doing and all that other shit, which is what Deshaun Jackson should have did, because even though he apologized, he's still getting the backlash.
They hammering him.
It wasn't even that serious, man.
They hammering him.
Yeah, they trying to destroy this young man's career, bro.
It's not just that. They're trying to hijack the narrative once again. Like how they did with it's about the flag, the military. The military Colin Kaepernick said, look here, man, I done met with the Green Beret. He told me to take a knee. It's not about the military. Now they trying to take his movement, because, you know, he was protesting and all. He was making a lot of leeway. Now it's, we can't respect his movement now because he don't respect Jews. And, man, come on, miss me with all this other shit, bruh. Mm-hmm. It's something real major going on right now. And another thing is that these NBA players is talking about they don't like the I guess the slogans or what it is they wanted to be put on the back of the jerseys instead of their names, like say her name and I can't breathe and things of that sort. They wanted to be able to have their own content and their own creativity, and they being pissed off. Like, you know, Jimmy Butler said he ain't putting nothing on the back of his jersey. He said he's wearing absolutely nothing because what I seen was, he said without a basketball or without the NBA, he is a nobody. So he's going to be a nobody down there in the bubble.
How you feel about that? It's
kind of creative, though.
Yeah?
It's kind of creative.
That's a fact. What about the Redskins? I don't see it on your list, but how you feel about that?
Okay, it's supposed to have been gone, without a shadow of a doubt. Because, I mean, come on now, if there was a team called the Savannah Niglets, or, you know what I'm saying, or the Seaport Darkies, you know what I'm saying, we'd have act out.
Right.
So with that being called the Redskins, because you got to understand the Redskins was like the N-word to the Native Americans many moons ago. I mean, since the team has been out so long, people done began to overlook it. But originally, calling somebody a Native American a Redskin was like calling them a blackface or some mess like that.
Right.
So I understand it. The thing about it is, what I don't respect is it took the sponsors and even FedEx to start snatching away their advertisement and wanted to take their name off the stadium. See, they hit a billionaire where it hurt, in his pocket. Now he all on this, I want to do the right thing. I want to do the right thing. Nah, man, you a wolf in sheep's clothing. You trying to act like you positive now. No, they hit that pocket, and now you starting to fold your tent.
That's a fact, man. And shout out to, you know, the Black Lives Matter movement, whether you agree with it or not, because regardless of regardless of the owners and the NFL and the NBA's intent, you know what I'm saying, they are being forced to make these changes. Regardless of whether they want to or not, the changes are happening because of the movements and everything that's going on and all of the protests and the outcry. So this is one of the few times in my life that I've seen where real changes are coming. And we know that they really don't want to do it, or the powers that be really don't want to do it, but they have to because our voices are being heard. And shout outs to everybody who, you know, taking the stand and saying what they want to say, and, you know, protesting and peaceful protesting, riot protesting, you know, podcasting like we doing, saying whatever you need to say unapologetically. Shout out to everybody who doing that shit, man, because I see it's out here now.
But this is where I'm a little confused at, because on the standpoint, you got a lot. Okay, like you got Jordan say, 10 years, 100 million. NBA, they saying 10 years, 100 million. NFL talking about another 10 years, 100 million. You hear about these dollars, and you hear about people saying all this right here. But when they mention these things, they don't mention no structure. They don't mention no plan. Like the only organization I've seen really put forth action is, shouts out, man, to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they located in Oklahoma, and they doing more than some of these bigger organizations, because we know the demographics in Oklahoma ain't predominantly black. I can tell you that much. They starting programs within the organization I want to call internships,
right,
so that they can start developing in their own organization more managers, general managers, scout coordinators. Basically, they're starting to bring in internship programs for people of color to start working their way up through the NBA ranks, so that they can begin getting more people of color in these huge positions. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, not just a general manager, but who works right up under him.
Coaches, presidents.
Okay,
CEOs.
The presidents, things of that sort.
Yeah.
So that's what I like, because that shows a sign of action. You feel me? Instead, we're just gonna throw $200 million at it, but we don't know what we're gonna do with the $200 million.
Well, I was talking about more so for like social justice reform and shit like that.
I get it, but like I said though, these companies talking this, but where is it going? Like, okay, is this money going to end up in black banks? You get what I'm saying? That this money is going to end up in these mom and pop small black businesses. You get what I'm saying? Like, how do we, because if we're going to change, if we got to start in the small places first. You get what I'm saying? We got to start in the small places first, and that's in our community. Is this money going to ever touch the inner part of these black communities, man? That's what I'm thinking. Like, just tossing it to a YMCA or something like that, I mean, that shit, them people ain't gonna probably do nothing but steal half of it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, corruption is everywhere when you're dealing with that amount of money.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, either way, shout out everybody, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing.
OKC, man, keep up the good work.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, just for anybody that's I just started a nonprofit. It's called Matter of Music, and basically what we're gonna be doing is reaching out to at-risk youth, and we're gonna teach them music, management. We're gonna teach them sound design. We're gonna teach them financial literacy. We're gonna teach them agriculture. We're gonna teach them construction. And right now, I'm looking for people to be sponsors, people to be board members, people to be volunteers. So that we can kind of steer the youth in the right direction. Because people say, in my opinion, college is overrated. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, college is overrated. I think that if you give a person a trade, they can take that with them. If you know how to read, unless you about to be a doctor, a lawyer, rocket scientist, or some shit like that, if you know how to read, write, add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and you learn a trade, you fine. And count money, of course. You know what I'm saying? You fine. But basically, we want to reach out to kids who may not have the opportunity to go to college, or may not have had mentors, to kind of teach them and steer them in the right direction. Matter of Music, it will be a place, kind of a haven for at-risk youth, and I'm looking for people to help volunteer, for that cause. We was going to try to pop it off this summer, but because of the epidemic, we won't be able to do it. Hopefully, God willing, next summer we'll be able to get it started, and we can have some dope shit going on in the community. If you do sports, if you do welding, if you do he do welding. So if you do sports, if you do welding, if you do contracting, construction, if you do agriculture as far as growing plant life and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Growing your own food. Shout outs to my cousin too, man, Kareem. This a quick plug, man. Kareem Remo Tanksley. If you want to get your health right, your health and wellness, I have seen firsthand what this man can do with these herbs and all that other shit. I can't explain it like he ever could.
Savannah Sabi, man.
Hey, go follow Kareem Remo Tanksley. He's about to start his own line of herbs and stuff, that help you with your health and all that stuff. Sea moss, fresh spring water, you know what I'm saying? And he'll teach you how to use it, how to cook it into your food and all that stuff. You owe me a sponsorship for that plug right there, cuz. Kareem Remo Tanksley, though, shout out to him. But
let me get some of them blood pressure pills too, Bo.
That's a fact. And so yeah, basically we want to teach the youth all that stuff. So if you a coach, if you into sports, if you into something, I just want to grab these youth and I want to send them, different ways and get people to teach them trades, stuff that they could take with them for the rest of their life. And regardless of how much of an education they have, they won't ever, lose that. You know what I'm saying? Lose what's happening. So Matter of Music, look out for it next summer. If you interested, please hit me at port to port 2019 at gmail.com. That's PORT, the number 2, PORT 2019 at gmail.com, or you can message me on Port to Port Music Group on any platform, because it's Port to Port Music Group everywhere, or message me at porttoportmusicgroup.com. That's the website. So y'all make sure y'all hit us up. Matter of Music, nonprofit organization. We looking for volunteers, we looking for sponsors, and we looking for board members. Okay, back to the sports, man. Rondo just got injured.
Yeah, I'm not mistaken, he broke his right thumb again. I think this is like his second time breaking that up. So anyway, he broke it in practice. I think it was their first or second day back. He's opted for surgery. He'll be gone anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks. So basically, this is why I believe this is a big injury for the Lakers. And y'all already know I'm hating on them Lakers. I'm riding with the Clippers. And Rockets, my dogs too. But back to what I was saying, the reason why I think this injury is bigger than people may see it, because they're already without Avery Bradley.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Which I think was going to be the starting point guard. He already opted out not to be in the bubble. Then you have Rondo, who with this bubble, it's going to be like nothing else they ever played in. You get what I'm saying? Mm. It's going to be AAU-ish like. It's going to be like an AAU, but it's so much on the table. This is for NBA championship, and where this comes to me is that you want the most veteran leadership on a team. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Rondo is a veteran. Rondo has championship experience, and he done been in huge games. You see what I'm saying? Right. And not only that, when LeBron goes out the game, Rondo then usually comes in and he's more of the predominant ball handler. You feel what I'm saying? Because Rondo plays point when LeBron sits down. So now you have another ball carrier gone, plus another veteran gone. And he's going to be gone 6 to 8 weeks. So let's say when he get back, maybe, let's just say hypothetically, second round of the playoffs, or somewhere towards the Western Conference Finals. It's going to be on a shooting hand. You got to get him back into playing shape. Then he got the quarantine for, I think, 14 days before he can even get into shape to get on the court. So that's the reason why I think it's going to be huge. I still expect the Lakers to make it to the Western Conference Finals, but with no Rondo and no Avery Bradley, because you got to understand, they got J.R. Smith, but he's not a ball handler. Right. You get what I'm saying? Now, he can get hot and shoot you out the gym, and he can get cold and he can doggone shoot you out of a lead. But the point I'm trying to make is now whoever they face in the second round, whether it's like the Houston Rockets or it's the Utah Jazz or it's it was another hot team. Utah Jazz, who else?
Look out for Dallas, the Mavericks, yeah.
Dallas Mavericks, and it's like one more missing.
New Orleans?
New Orleans might not even make it.
But they going to the bubble, right?
Yeah, they're going to the bubble because they're trying to get the A seed. But the point I'm trying to make is that whoever they face in the second round, because LeBron going to have to play more minutes. He already in the 17th year, and he's going to basically have to dominate the ball the entire game. So, with that being said, I believe it's major, man, for the Lakers. For that second round, whoever they face off against.
Yeah, I couldn't explain it.
And the Denver Nuggets. Oh, yeah. Denver Nuggets coming, too.
Yeah, shout out Denver Nuggets, man. Yeah, I feel the same way, man. Rondo injury is a big deal. And who is it anybody even out there that they got? I know they
signed Waiters.
Dion Waiters?
They signed Dion Waiters, but he come and go. He even a little shot mentally.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? He eating them berries and freaking out.
The Lakers pretty much running on fumes.
I mean, they still have.
I don't think they're gonna win this year.
I don't think so neither. I think it's the Clippers.
I just don't see. I think somebody completely out the blue might come and take it this year.
Like who?
Houston got a pretty good chance.
Hey, the only thing I'm worried about that is
the small ball.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is they didn't get no depth at no big man. Like how they let Joakim Noah stay on the market and don't even sign him just to have an extra big man.
Yeah,
he ended up going to the Clippers. Clippers signing every month.
That's a fact, man. Hey, I gotta go grab my keys real quick, but talk about the players breaking the bubble rules, man, and more NBA stars is taking the test for the virus. More is even coming up positive, right?
Right. Hey, man, of course, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But he been tested positive.
Yeah, but see, he just announced it, though. That's the reason why he didn't travel with the team. Remember, everybody didn't know why him and Harden didn't go with the team? Mm-hmm. That's why he was trying to keep it a secret.
Okay, well, talk about that.
But, anyway, with that being said, though, they're starting to get what you call a snitch hotline, right? Which, I ain't with that snitching shit, but at the end of the day, if these players is violating these rules and these parameters, like I heard one player violated. He went to grab some food that he ordered, and I guess he stepped across the boundary line. It was something real simple, but they got to wear a monitor, like literally like a monitor, like one of them prison movies or something. You get too far, your ass explode or something like that. They really wearing some stuff like that around there. So those type of things I can understand, but they're starting to say that these players are trying to slip and do their thing, which I can't knock it. I'm a multi-millionaire, hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm a man. And you trying to tell me, I sometimes men want to, blow off a little steam, have a little company around, you feel me? But the catch-22 is, if the bubble bursts, not only do the NBA season ends, everybody does not make the remainder of this year's salary. And the people like LeBron, they could go without their salary. LeBron, Dame Lillard, Russell Westbrook, Harden. But I'm talking about them guys that's the 8th player on the bench, the 9th, the 10th player who needs that check, who's playing check to check. Now, them boys going to take a substantial loss. You get what I'm saying? They might take out loans or something might be in foreclosure. So you got to think about everybody within that bubble that got families to take care of too. Plus, y'all trying to achieve a goal as far as winning an NBA title. So I think everybody got to police each other, man. They got to. I don't believe in snitching, but I will be watching the door. Hey, bro, what you doing? Now get your ass on in here.
That's a fact.
No, sir. Get on over here. That's the thing that worries me about the players who's playing these bubble rules, these COVID rules, real close, man.
Like I said, I'm more concerned about the staff that's in and out of the building more so than the players, because the staff, I believe, is going to be the ones bringing it in and out if it come in. You know what I'm saying? If I'm, so I would make it so that even the staff will have to sacrifice, being in a bubble for 2 or 3 months, you know what I'm saying, until this shit is over with, because you just can't take the risk of everybody having it, and Lord knows that we need something sports-wise.
And see, the NBA is $1 billion conglomerate. They're a money-making machine just like the NFL. I mean, the NFL do a little better, but they run just like the NFL. So what I'm thinking is, I would have got with these businesses that's inside the bubble, say, hey, allow your staff to bring in XYZ. We're kicking a little extra because they're gonna make billions of dollars off of it, because you gotta understand, these TV contracts is about to go through the roof. With there being no fans in the stands, don't you know how many more TVs is going to be focused on these games? So these NBA TV deals is about to skyrocket. So you gotta look at it. You gonna make money that way too. So I'd be like, hey man, bring in your wife, a couple of your kids. We'll take care of your wages and lock it down. But I feel you on that. That's one thing I do worry about, that the staff is able to leave and go when Florida is so much right now as a hotbed for the COVID virus.
That's a fact, man. Shout outs, man. Everybody, man, first and foremost, please stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Please, I guess wear your mask. Like I said, I have my feelings when it comes to COVID, but I still encourage people to be safe, to bleach down, to Lysol is now officially a killer of the virus by the CDC and the World Health Organization. Lysol really kills the COVID-19. So if you ain't got none, you need to order some, get some. It's guaranteed now. I can't WTOC. That's where I got my information from about it, So maybe you can check some other sources and stuff like that, but that was my source, and it showed, how this is a good fighter of, keeping the disease and the spread of disease. I mean, not disease, but the virus, the spread of it low. So shout out to Lysol.
Yeah, and if you got a little cough, you take your can of Lysol, you spray it on your throat. You know what I'm saying? We gonna kill it all kind of ways.
That's the president.
that's Trump's now.
That's
right
Trump
there.
shit. Yeah,
that's the commander in thief. That's him talking right there.
That's a fact. All right, so last subject of the night. We talking Tom Brady being the greatest free agent ever, said by the media. And what media is that?
There was a column, or it wasn't just a column. It was it was written by somebody that reported it to Undisputed. And what they're basically saying is the difference in shift of powers from New England dropping so far as a Super Bowl favorite to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers raising so high as a Super Bowl favorite because of Tom Brady switching the teams. The shift in power made him possibly the greatest free agent of all sports of all time, which is bullshit. Now, you got these Tom Brady fangirls because of one, I've never been a fan of him. So I'm sorry, Buccaneers. Got love for you. Won't rock with you this year. We got to retire him soon.
And you can't even say that until we see results.
He never done nothing yet.
That's what I'm saying. You can't really say that. When you had people like
LeBron James is the greatest free agent ever.
That's a fact. But
greatest free agent ever. Alex Rodriguez. And we tripping. Two more in football. Jerry Rice. And when New England got Randy Moss. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Randy Moss sucked on so many teams before he got to New England. Yeah, but outside of that, okay, from Randy Moss' career, from when he left Minnesota, all those teams, I think he went to Oakland, bombed out. Then he got to New England, showed out for 1 year, did okay his second year. Then he went to Tennessee, bombed out, went back to Minnesota, got dropped again, and then he went to the San Francisco 49ers with the Colin Kaepernick team that went to the Super Bowl. And then hardly nothing there. But the reason I say LeBron James, and y'all know I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan, y'all know this for a fact. Every team he goes to instantly becomes a title favorite. Like number 1 or 2. Instantly. Like, say, for example, he went from free agency to Miami Heat. 4 straight finals, 2 championships. Those are results. He leaves there, go back home as a free agent, goes back home to Cleveland, a team that has never won an organization. A team which Cleveland is supposed to be cursed. All sports in Cleveland is supposed to be cursed. Whether it's the Cleveland Indians, which they're about to change that name, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Cleveland Browns. He goes back there and win a title in a dead zone. That's results. Now here he is in LA, second year. Last year they was building. This year, guess what? They are the prohibited favorites to win it again. He will be a champion of three different NBA teams at 3 different stops. You got to understand it. That is when you go to a team and you automatically make them not only the favorite to win the title, but then you also then go and capture that title. Facts, man. That's results.
That's a fact.
I can't think of no one. I mean, what Jerry Rice did good, right?
Jerry Rice killed it, but he didn't win.
Yes, he did.
He won a
no. You're
he
right.
didn't win a championship.
Right. He lost with the Raiders.
Yeah,
against them Buccaneers.
Yeah, but he at 43 years old,
right,
he was catching for 140 yards. You know what I'm saying? The game, like,
right,
in his 40s, he was doing what cats in their 20s doing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shout out Jerry Rice, man.
I mean, but baseball had huge free agents, man. I want to say Ken Griffey. Jeter never became one. Hold on, you had Ken Griffey. You had Trout. No, Mike Trout got signed. What was the boy that just got Bryce Harper?
Bryce Harper, yeah.
Yeah, and he got like $1 gazillion, right?
All of them get gazillions of dollars.
Yeah, so anyway, my point being is that to me, LeBron James is the greatest free agent of any sport ever.
Okay, last thing. Top five players all time in all the sports.
So each sport?
Every sport. You got to factor in every sport.
Oh, every sport. The greatest players of all time?
All time.
Okay, then, well, if I look at the landscape of everything, and this is not the greatest winner, so sorry, Bill Russell, you're not going to end up on my list, but you are greatness, Bill Russell. But me, out of all sports, I would have to go with the most, I believe, influential player of possibly all time. And number 1, that has to be Mike. That has to be Mike, without a shadow of a doubt. So if I'm going to start there, now you got to work your way back. So I'm going to start with Michael Jordan 1. Number 2, I'll go with, because I'm going to have a couple of players from the same sport.
Mm-hmm.
So number one is Michael Jordan. Number 2 I would have is Joe Montana. I got to run right after that. I go into Jerry Rice. And you said all sports. I got to include boxing too. So Muhammad Ali.
Facts.
And Barry Bonds.
I'm going to go definitely Jordan. It's kind of hard, but I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go Jordan first and foremost. I'm gonna go Muhammad Ali second. I'm gonna go Serena Williams third.
Dope.
Shout out Serena Williams.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like when it come to being like the most dominating woman in all of sports ever. And not just play, I mean, like, she was a beast. So I'm going to go Serena Williams.
She the Tyson of tennis, bro.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Tyson of tennis.
Yeah.
She's Tyson in his prime.
That's a fact. I gotta go LeBron, man. I mean, like what he did for basketball and how he changed the game and how he empowered the players and put the power back into the players' hands in the NFL. I mean, in the NBA. I got to go that, and of course, Jerry Rice. You know what I mean?
The thing about it is, it's not just Jerry Rice hold every single record for a wide receiver. He's arguably probably the greatest player in all of in the NFL because he got all the records by a mile. And his longevity, he always kept his body in great shape, and then he showed up at his biggest in the biggest games.
That's
like
fact.
Even at his age where he was over 40, playing for the Oakland Raiders.
Right.
He scored a touchdown against the Buccaneers on that vaunted defense. You get what I'm saying? Warren Sapp, Derrick Brooks, Rondé Barber. You get what I'm saying?
That's
like he was still cooking at a late age playing for the Oakland Raiders. So that's the reason that Joe Montana is the greatest quarterback I ever seen.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? I mean, people could talk that Brady shit to me. Bruh, you the only one that got suspended. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger was off the field trimming. He did some foolishness, but I'm talking about out of all great quarterbacks, you're the only one suspended. You walked away from a team that still has a cheating scandal on top of his head. Allegedly, again, third round pick, $1.1 million. So his hands, you can't tell me he didn't benefit from all his cheating. His hands are just
I mean, but you put Barry Bonds in your top five.
And he didn't win a championship, but I tell you this much.
Well, what about his allegations of?
Yes, but the reason why I say this about Barry Bonds is why I put him in there is because they said he allegedly started steroids in the mid to late 90s.
It was like later in his career.
It was like later in his career when they said that's when he became. But bro, he had like how many? He had like what 6 Golden Gloves before then. He had like 5 or 6 Silver Sluggers. Like the man had a Hall of Fame resume before the allegations.
Right.
In which Tom Brady won a Super Bowl in his second year, I think as a starter, where he didn't play all that great in that Super Bowl, and it was cheating because they said the Saturday before the Super Bowl game, Bill Belichick had his own camera crew recording the walkthroughs. See, that's important because the Saturday walkthrough is the final preparation for the then said game. You got to remember, the St. Louis Rams at the time, the St. Louis Rams was called the greatest show on turf. It was hanging like 35, 45 on everybody that whole year. Could no one stop them. Got to the Super Bowl and couldn't score a point to the fourth quarter. Couldn't score a point to the fourth quarter. So you trying to tell me all that recording they walked through that Saturday had nothing to do with that game Sunday? You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So no, he's too tied to cheating scandals, and that's just his second year starting when he won the Super Bowl. And then guess what? The Carolina Panthers called up the NFL. Said, why is the Patriots recording our walkthrough on Saturday before the Super Bowl on Sunday? When did it happen? The Patriots played them real tight into the fourth quarter. Boom, Adam Vinatieri game-winning kick. So here was all these Super Bowls that Brady, but it's all still connected to cheating allegations. Their cheating scandal was so big when the NFL got the tapes, instead of them releasing it to the media like they do everything else, they give everything else to the media. NFL says, shit, we burning them. We burning them. And then they got the steepest penalty a team could get at that time before the Saints bounty gate.
That's a fact.
So
man.
I can't rock with you, bro.
Who gets an honorable mention?
Honorable mention. I would have had Serena Williams.
What about Tiger Woods? I mean, I'm not talking about image, but as a player, you can't take.
I mean, as a player, that man had one of the dopest streaks in all the sports at one point in time.
He single-handedly really made tennis be like golf. Some popping. I mean, golf be like some popping shit. Like nobody gave a fuck about golf. Really, except for the spectators, people who into it. But he brought younger people to the sport. Even though he was questionable, he brought a lot of black people to the sport. You know what I'm saying? To watch it and kick it. So he was really in his prime. He was just as big as maybe a Michael Jordan-esque type player.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Then I'm gonna be just like the media, right? Let me tell you like this right here. Right. When Terrell Owens retired, was he a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Was he a Hall of Famer?
But no, without question.
Right? Wasn't he number 2 and number 3 in all of the top categories, only behind Randy Moss and Jerry Rice and one of them?
He was only behind Jerry Rice.
Oh, behind Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
So why did they keep him out the Hall of Fame?
Because of his attitude, I guess, his demeanor.
Yep, right?
Yeah.
So they use that as a precedent to keep him out the Hall of Fame, right?
Right.
So can I use Tiger Woods' demeanor to keep him out of my top 5? I mean, they use the same formula, right?
That's a fact.
Because, I mean, when I first seen Tiger, I was like, oh, snap. That's a black man playing golf and winning.
That's the reason
and kicking ass.
But that's the reason he's not in my top 5.
And then he went on the Oprah show, and he was cobbling Asian. I don't even know if that even exists. We got to look that up in the dictionary. And guess what makes this shit so ironic? That's the name he made up for his race, right? What's the first syllable of that name?
You said
Caucasian. Caucasian.
Oh.
He out of everything he's mixed with, guess what he identified with himself with first?
Combination.
Yeah.
That sounds stupid as shit.
That sounds dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
But that was his way of trying to get the masses around him to accept him. Y'all know I'm not all black. You know, I'm a bowl of rice with 3 raisins in it. That's basically what he was telling them. I'm a bowl of rice with 3 raisins in it. Caucasian. That means he's Caucasian black Asian. And you see the way he walk around, you are a black man.
But that's exactly why I kept him out of my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I might, but I can't keep him out of the top 10. I can't do that.
Nah, you can't.
Yeah, that'll be too blatant.
You can't. How you feel about? I keep getting in this shit, but what about Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather? He'd be bottom 10 or right out. See, the thing about Floyd Mayweather is that greatness, true indeed. Now, don't get it twisted. He's greatness. I never seen a fighter with his type of defense before. Pernell Whitaker was close. Roy Jones was nice. I'm talking about as far as the defense, being able to slick, get behind the shoulder roll and all that stuff right there. Because you remember Roy used to just leave it wide open and bow, hooking you over with. Then he used to throw the check hook. He didn't used to throw a looping hook. But anyway, the reason about Floyd Mayweather is that when Floyd was young, when he was a pretty boy Floyd, he was fighting. Then when he got to Money Mayweather, and then he knew he was the A side, you know what I'm saying, and he controlled all of the fights, and he was in control of boxing, then he started to cherry pick. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody said, oh, well, he fought Canelo. Yeah, he fought Canelo. Canelo's like 17 years old or some shit. Oh, he fought Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya is 45. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley was headed to a nursing home. Like, he would not fight Miguel Cotto in his prime. He let Miguel Cotto get busted up, and then, oh, shit, they done softened you up, they done tenderized you a little bit, now get in the ring with me. See, it's like, he didn't fight like greatness. Like, I don't see Floyd Mayweather like I see a Marvin Hagler. You get what I'm saying? Even I give Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I'm saying?
But
he's a McCoon.
I make the same argument, though, when it comes to Mike Tyson.
But see, the thing about Mike Tyson
didn't fight nobody.
But that's all he had in his era. By the time everybody came up, he was in prison. You got to think about it. Who was doing big business in Mike Tyson era while he was fighting? You could only fight who's out there.
But I mean, like, he was bigger than life, and he still is. But the thing is, it's like he didn't have those moments in boxing that other great boxers had.
You talking about the alleged steroid Evander Holyfield?
No, I ain't talking about
AKA Evan Fields.
Yeah, I mean, but
name was on the steroids.
Even his moment with Evander Holyfield, like, it wasn't like you got Hagler and Hearns. You got as much as you don't like him, you got Sugar Ray Leonard and Hagler, and you know all them like them great battles and fights, them great battles and fights. Even Muhammad Ali, like, he got moments in history that was just amazing. And to me, no knock on Tyson, man. Tyson will knock me the fuck out, and practically 90% of the human beings on the planet. But I just didn't see him like have those moments and have fighters around that I can't name. Matter of fact, how many Hall of Famers he beat? I only know one, of course.
He fought the old Larry Holmes.
And
I don't know, is Razor Ruddock in the Hall of Fame?
I don't know if Razor Ruddock in the Hall of Fame.
He beat Razor Ruddock twice.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
and them was some thumpers.
Yeah.
Them boys beat up on each other.
Right.
But the thing about it is, this the reason why Mike was larger than life. Because there was no heavyweight champion.
And he carried it.
Because there was nobody around.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Then he loses to Buster Douglas. He goes to prison. While he in prison, then you get the rise of Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, then Lennox Lewis slides, and that's when it started, boxing started becoming a hotbed again. But you got to understand, he carried a sport that had nobody. That's why he was bigger than life. That's why Tiger Woods was bigger than life. He carried a sport. Golf was always, getting to the money. Here comes this young black man or this call it Asian. He comes in there. He changes the face of golf. Just like Tyson changed the whole face of boxing. He had this young man, young as hell. He coming in there. He's swinging for the fences. He's basically decapitating people in the ring. I mean, it's not just there was nobody there. It was the optics of how he came in. And then he came in no mercy. And then he wasn't the, oh, look at me, I'm the champion. Put me on your Wheaties box. No, he in the ring talking about I'm here to destroy. I want to kill. I'm murdering your face. Like, just all the optics and everything around Mike Tyson is what made him bigger than life.
Well, shout out, Mike. Bigger than life. Definitely in my top 10.
Yo, man, shouts out to their podcast, too, man.
Yeah.
That hot box with Mike Tyson had me in tears the other day, bro.
Dope. Yeah, hot boxing is dope. I watched that shit, too.
Yeah, I mean, boy, I couldn't sit in there. Hey. If I was sitting in there, they'd be rushing me to the emergency room as much weed they smoke, boy.
Man, no, I be tripping off. Mike be like, yeah, so when I was growing up, we would watch the guys rob everybody, and he would stab them right in front of me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that I like that. I like the blood. Nigga be like, boy, what the fuck?
And then the way I talk about it, stuff is like, damn, dude.
When he was talking to Eminem was like, scared as a bitch. He's like, yeah, in my neighborhood, we just used to run down on the dope boys and, put the gun in his mouth and, tell him to give it up. And, I didn't give a fuck. I used to, he like, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then what gets me about Mike is that the way how he talk about himself, though, he just be like, just what I was doing out there, I was a piece of shit. And I don't know why they like a piece of shit because, I was a filthy animal and I was from the dirt. And I don't know why I came up from the dirt, but I was a filthy animal. And I don't deserve these things.
I think he getting back in savage mode because he back in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because he was saying that too in the interview I saw. He was saying that he had took himself out of the mind state. When he was in boxing, he was in killer mentality. And I think that because he boxing and getting ready to jump back in the ring, he getting that mindset back. You know what I'm saying? But shout outs to Mike, man. We love you. Don't knock me out if I ever meet you for saying what I said.
Who the champ?
I don't want no smoke with you, man.
Yeah, no, don't want nobody.
With that being said, man, Bitter Rivals Radio, where the truth is told and the lies unfold. Y'all got another dope episode. Shout outs, Premier NOAGA for coming through.
The brother from the motherland.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Bro came in here with that Shaka Zulu track music too.
The Afro beats shit.
Yeah,
you feel me? So y'all make sure y'all go follow him, Premier NOAGA. Get his music, submit music to listenuplive@gmail.com. We will play that shit every Monday between 7 and 9. Y'all make sure y'all check out every Tuesday. Make sure y'all check out Miss Alicia Blakely for us, by us. Every Wednesday, of course, Bitter Rivals Radio. And Talk Yo Ish will officially start next week, Thursday. We're going to start doing that next week on Thursday. And we're going to talk about a whole lot of shit. Everything. We're going to dig into all kind of conversations and see where they go. So y'all make sure y'all do that. And Sean Brown, Class Clown, he records his shows here on Fridays, but we usually air them like on Mondays or something like that. So y'all make sure y'all look out for that. Sean Brown, Class Clown, go follow him. The man got some dope skits and shit. He just came from the did a super dope show. He got a lot going on, man. I might bring him on here when we talking our ish, man. So, you got anything?
Oh yeah, shouts out to everybody, man, that's out there trying to survive this pandemic, man. To those who lost their loved ones, I tell you like this right here, stay strong, keep your head up. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to all y'all who out there that's battling it, and those who suffering right now, man. Just like I said, man, love your people while they're here, man. Give your people their flowers while they're here. Don't wait till something catastrophic happen and then you try to show them love, man. So thanks to all my family, man, who chimed in from Newark, New Jersey, my family down in Jacksonville. Cook, we love you. Dion, Janae, all y'all down there, man. My mama, my brother, my sister, Remo, Uncle, Aunt, you get what I'm saying? Everybody who been rocking with us out day ones. Fast Break Zoe will most definitely be back in the building next Wednesday. He already done confirmed it. So hopefully we going to run the show for a full 2 hours since we're going to have my dog back in the building. You get what I'm saying? Because my co-host, he with it. He said he got a lot of material lined up because he been sitting in the cage. Because he be getting to that money on Wednesday, so it'd be hard for him to get in here in time. But anyway, man, check us out on YouTube, Port Number 2, Port to Port Music Group, man. So we'll catch y'all next week, man. We out. Later.
See y'all, man.